It was the late 1920s. New York City was roaring with jazz, speakeasies, and prohibition money flowing like rivers of gold. But beneath the glamour, the city was on the brink of a bloodbath. Two rival factions of the Italian-American underworld, one led by Joe the Boss Masseria, the other by Salvatore Maranzano, were about to ignite what would later be called the Castellammarese War, and it would become the deadliest Mafia war in New York's history. At first, it wasn't a war, just whispers. Masseria, the so-called boss of bosses, demanded loyalty from every Italian gangster in the city. Pay tribute to him or else. But the Sicilian newcomers, led by Maranzano, weren't having it. They believed Masseria was greedy, reckless, and standing in the way of a new order. What started as a few quiet assassinations soon exploded into open warfare. Gunmen roamed the streets, men were gunned down in restaurants, ambushed outside their homes, or lured into backroom meetings they would never walk out of. New York became a battlefield. One of the most shocking hits came in 1930. Masseria's men cornered a Maranzano ally on Coney Island. In broad daylight, they pumped him full of bullets as terrified families scattered across the boardwalk. The message was clear. No one was safe. But Maranzano struck back just as hard. His gunmen targeted Masseria's men with military precision. Dozens fell in a matter of months. The newspapers began calling it the Italian Gang War, and the body count just kept rising. The turning point came when a young, ambitious gangster named Charles Lucky Luciano decided he was done being a pawn. He had served under Masseria, but he saw that endless bloodshed was bad for business. Luciano made a secret deal. He'd betray Masseria in exchange for peace with Maranzano. And in April 1931, Joe Masseria met his bloody end inside a Coney Island restaurant. Luciano excused himself from the card table, leaving Masseria alone. Moments later, gunmen burst in and riddled the boss of bosses with bullets. His reign and his life were over. With Masseria gone, Maranzano declared himself the new king, the boss of bosses. But Luciano wasn't finished. Just months later, Maranzano too was assassinated in his office, stabbed and shot by men Luciano secretly sent. And just like that, the deadliest Mafia war in New York history was over. The Castellammarese War left more than 60 men dead, reshaped the underworld, and gave birth to something that still echoes today. The Commission, a governing body of Mafia families created by Lucky Luciano to prevent wars like this from ever happening again. But here's the chilling truth. The Castellammarese War didn't end the Mafia. It crowned it. Out of the blood came power, out of chaos came order, and the streets of New York would never be the same again. So the question remains, was the price of peace worth 60 lives? Or was it just the beginning of something far darker? Stay tuned, because next time, we'll pull back the curtain on another untold chapter of America's most dangerous underworld. And if this story shook you, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because what's coming next will change how you see the Mafia forever.